Alright, in this video we're taking a look at the Eachine E119 RC helicopter. This is RC, like a beginner RC helicopter. Does not have like inverted mode or 3D mode or whatever that is, where you can do flips and tricks and that kind of acro stuff. This is not, I guess it's not a collective pitch helicopter, I guess what I'm trying to say. Don't know a whole lot about helicopters, as you can probably tell. I don't really fly helicopters too much on this channel. I flew a WL Toys V911 like about a year ago. It was out. This is really similar. I don't have that model anymore, so I can't really give you a comparison directly in terms of like showing you side by side, but it looked really similar and similar features and functions. I'll link that video down in the description. You guys can check that out if you want to do a comparison. The features are similar to that one. It doesn't do inverted flight or 3D flight. And the flight time on that one was shorter. This one is, the Eachine one is like 15 minutes, and I don't know about if it's really going to go that long or not, but the WL Toys was like 7 minutes. So, but that was like a year ago. Things have probably changed a lot. Here's everything you get in the box. You get the copter, of course. You get a battery that's down there already installed. Get a couple more batteries here. If you get the 3 battery version, I think there's another one that's cheaper that's only comes with 1 battery. Get a USB charger for the battery, and you get a screwdriver, Allen key, and a spare prop for the rear rotor, and some extra parts here in case you crash and break anything. I think that's parts over here where the servos actually move this swash plate here up and down. That gives you, basically allows the copter to move forward, backwards, left, and right. And then you get a couple of spare propeller blades. And you get a pretty standard Mode 2 controller here. This button over here adjusts your rates. I think there's like 3 rates. This button here was unclear as to what it did. I couldn't tell if it did anything, so I'm not really sure what's up with that. Slide to turn it on. A pretty basic screen here, shows your battery level there. And you have on the back, I think it's 6. Yeah, 6 AA batteries, so yeah, using rechargeables, they work. The envelopes work on this one. That's pretty much it. Pretty simple, just fly around. It has self-leveling, of course. It's got a 6G gyro, so you can go forward, backwards, left, and right, and it will self-level. And of course, you have trim buttons. I think you can adjust that as well. I'll show you that in the flight demo. But that's pretty much it, so let's go and see how it flies. Alright, so let's see how this flies. It's very simple. Pretty much looks exactly like the WL Toys, the V911, I think, but just has more flight time, supposedly. It's kind of like flying a quadcopter, but there's no altitude hold. You have to manage your throttle. And this will get blown around by the wind, so you should probably fly it on a calm day like today. Yeah, I think I haven't really flown helicopters too much. That the V911 video was like a year ago. So line of sight is a little, it's not as, helicopters just aren't as stable as quadcopters. You can see how it, on the roll axis, it's just a little bit wobbly. And I think you kind of want to keep going forward. Yeah, you want to keep maintaining forward momentum. You can't fly backwards, I think. Yeah, you can pitch back. Much harder to fly backwards. Much easier to fly forwards. Let's get a real close here, I think, get a nice close-up shot. It's hard to maintain a hover. Trying to keep it in one spot is challenging. Let's see if I can get a nice shot here. Gotta get a shot for the thumbnail, you know? Alright. Sorry, I know you guys are like, FPV it. Sure you can, I'm sure someone has. I'm not really that interested in FPVing somebody. It's just you can just see how unstable it is. The video is just not going to look very good, and with all that wobbling around, it's not going to look in the video feed, and it makes it hard to fly FPV. I think that's just the nature of helicopters. And by the way, it's not a collective pitch helicopter, so you can't do 3D. It's really meant for beginners. You just have your basic yaw, throttle, roll, and pitch. So I think they said 15 minutes of flight time. I don't know about that. That's kind of crazy. Whoa, I almost ran into myself. It's not as responsive. And it wants to go, once it gets going in a certain direction, it just wants to keep going that way. It's hard to deviate it. So, should probably fly this in a big open space. Or you could fly it indoors if you want a real challenge. I think I saw some videos. I think Eachine put some out where they was flying indoors, crashing it into the wall and stuff, and it was fine. It seemed like it was pretty durable. You see how I'm rotating, I'm yawing it, but it just wants to keep going in the direction that I sent it. It's got a lot of momentum. Yeah, and if you try and not move forward, it has this tendency to like kind of go backwards and then fall. Right, so you can go backwards, but it's much easier to go forwards. Now, let's see if I can fly backwards here. This is a challenge of the day here. You gotta give it more throttle to go backwards. And it is very unresponsive going backwards. It's much harder to fly backwards. It looks like it can be done. Alright, give it a little more. And not as much yaw. It's very tricky. And you can see it's very slow. It just does not want to go backwards. It wants to go forwards. You can see there. Yeah, it just wants to go forwards. And of course, the more you pitch it forwards, the faster it's going to go. Alright, stay away from the trees. I don't feel like climbing trees today. I'm impressed by how long it's staying in the air. Just very impressed. This is a little tiny 1S battery. 350, 360 milliamp hour. This one came with 3 batteries, so you definitely get a lot of practice. Gonna do a full speed pass. Let's try another one. It's probably not as fast as it could go because it's probably getting towards the end of the battery. But let's give it another try here. Yeah, I was pitching full, all the way forward, and it was climbing when I was going to be a lot of throttle. So here, let's see if I can land it and then take it off again. Yeah, I can tell that the battery is starting to run down a little bit. Let's land it here. And a little bit gentler. And you just bring the throttle all the way down. And then yeah, there's no throttle lock, so let's see if this this button here changes the rudder mode or something. I have no idea what that does. Let's see. Let's press that. That might just be the rate. Yeah, that's the rate. Alright, so maybe we go a little faster. Whoa, okay. Got to go a little higher. Yeah, so that's definitely, that button's the rate, the one on the left. You can go faster, but it now wants to, when you pitch forward, it goes down. Alright, let's go a little higher here. Okay, it's harder, it's actually, whoa, it's actually harder to control in this higher rate. It's a little bit twitchier. Let's bring it back here. Throttle is much more responsive. Okay, so that's single beep is back in the normal rate here. And now it's interesting. I don't know if it's the wind's picking up. It wants to go to the left. Possibly the gyro needs calibration again. There's a little bit of wind now. See, it's drifting to the left, you see there? There. Let's see what full yaw looks like. That's full yaw right there. Alright, that's full yaw in the high rate. Yeah, so the high rate just gives you more yaw, much faster. Roll is still pretty unresponsive. Pitching back is a little bit better, but the pitching forward is kind of twitchy. Alright, I'm going back into the regular rate. And I think I'm getting towards the end of the battery. It's, God, I don't know how long it's been in, but this battery is just going forever. But it's definitely pulling to the left now. So I'm going to land it and end the flight because it just wants to keep going to the left. And I think that is the end of the battery. Let's see here. Alright, so pulling backwards. Still has battery, so let me see. I'll just play with the trim because it wants to go backwards. Okay, so that now it's not doing that. So you can use the trims. Yeah, still wants to go backwards. Yeah, I think it's definitely close to the end of the battery. When it yawed there, it just dropped. So you got to give it more throttle. Alright, yeah, I'm definitely giving it a lot more throttle now. It's like above half throttle. Yeah, it's definitely pulling to the left again. Let's see if I trim it to the right. That's pretty stable. Still wants to go backwards. Yeah, still wants to go backwards, so maybe a gyro calibration might be needed. You run the battery all the way down. Stay away from the pole. Oh, that's the end of the battery. So I don't know what the complete flight time was, but I'll put that up on the screen, start to finish. I'm not sure if that was 15 minutes or not, but probably longer than 7. Anyway, guys, it's a pretty fun little beginner helicopter. It's probably pretty inexpensive. Check the link down in the description if you want to see the price. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.